So, Thinking Out Loud, Episode 3. Yesterday I was thinking about perceptual laziness, and it reminded me of the time when I was teaching English at a middle school, and it became quite obvious how difficult, how tough it was for at least some of the kids to focus, to think, to move their mind, to wrap their mind around a concept, around an idea, around an imagination, how difficult it was to actually imagine something that wasn't immediately graspable. And so, in that situation, I heard another teacher say the saying that, he's been lazy enough that now he's stupid, which really opened up my eyes at that point. Was, laziness does cause stupidity, because if you have perceptual laziness, if you're not in a sense like Elon Musk, whose idea of how to do things is not look at what has been done before, but go to the first principles of things and then start reasoning on from there. If you don't think like that, then you're going to be not a prisoner maybe, but you're going to be dependent on blocks, like blocks of information that you can put together. Sort of like when you're coding, you don't understand how to actually write lines of code. Maybe you only know how to write a few lines of code, and you're sort of dependent on copy pasting from what others have created. You don't really have the ability to create code, but you can copy paste. It's sort of like whether you're a cook versus a chef. A chef is the one who creates recipes, is the one who creates tastes, creates experiences, but a cook is someone who follows recipes, who doesn't have that creativity inside of himself. And this perceptual laziness is quite easy to come in, especially at an early age when, let's say by the school system, we're just forced to think so much that the mind just gets overwhelmed. The child decides that I can't do this, I can't think, therefore I won't even fucking try. And the shame of the current school system also goes into that. Like, there need to be incentives for stopping to think, because a growing mind loves to think. So it needs to have strong internal and external forces drive against it to actually stop thinking, to consider thinking to be something that's dangerous. And shame is a good way of doing that. But then how to overcome perceptual laziness? Like, for anyone, like, the first thing is to just notice it. Notice how hard it is to think sometimes, to wrap your mind around something, and notice if there's any tendency to avoid, to escape from it, and especially to deny it. Because if you're denying it at a deeper level and you're only noticing the tension it creates on a surface level, then you won't really notice what you need to notice to get over perceptual laziness. To actually get over it, you need to notice it at the depth where it's actually happening. Makes sense, right? Like, you just need to look at the thing at its source, where it's actually growing from.